Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of the Bolt City Podcast. Dave Palais, Josh Palais, Mario Heron. Guys, as dumb as this sounds, and we just talked about the draft 2 weeks ago, today is one of my favorite days of the season when it comes to the NFL. It sounds ridiculous, but I get super excited when the schedule comes out. Yeah, we know way in advance who the Chargers are going to play, but I think it's important to know, basically not only who they're going to play, when are they going to play. And one of the things I always look at in the schedule are, adversity. And you say anybody can win games, of course, in September, October, but the championship teams, they win in December and January. And there's so many things to talk about today. But am I a complete dork, I should say, that I'm a schedule guy, or are you guys excited about the schedule too?
I don't think I'm as excited as you are as a fan. I'm excited to see, where the games lie. I always look at the bye week. Maybe I'm weird like that. I always want to see if my team gets a good bye week. I also want to see if we get a divisional game with the first game of the year. I hate first game divisional games. I think they suck.
I do too.
I think the first game is always going to be a hype game because it's the first game of the year. So don't waste a divisional game on the first game of the year. We could play any team the first game of the year. I'm going to get excited. I don't want to play the Broncos, Raiders, or Chiefs first game. So that's the two things I really look for.
I love it for content. It gives us something to talk about on May 11th, 2023, when we're 4 months from the season. Please, thank you guys so much for doing that. They're doing a good job of spacing stuff out for us to talk about, to keep us afloat, keep money coming in for NFL pods. But it is exciting. The one thing the Los Angeles Chargers organization does well, and they do it better than any other organization, and I'm happy that other teams haven't tried to copy this. The Chargers schedule release video is incredible.
Yeah.
It is so funny. The Lions, announcing the Lions, and it was a 1-800-GAMBLER problem, was the funniest thing that they've ever done. They made Bill Belichick look like the devil that he is, was 1,000 screws like he's Morgan Freeman in Dark Knight. That was great. They had Mike McDaniels with him looking higher than high. Hits a vape. That's great. It all was great. That was the best thing they've ever done. Shout out to the Chargers team for that. But yeah, schedule's fun. Release video's fun. Release parties, that's where we cross the line. That's like throwing a dog party. You just don't do that. Don't throw a birthday for your dog. Don't throw a schedule release party. Calm down. But other than that, love a good schedule release. And you are still a dork.
I haven't been called a dork in a long, long time. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the go. Everyone's, you talk about the schedule, and you guys let me know. And I know there's going to be a time. Maybe we'll even do it today on giving our, basically our too early to make a prediction on what we think the Chargers record's going to be. But guys, week one, okay, the team has a game against a playoff team, not a game inside the division, but against a playoff team. I know everyone would say I prefer basically a warm-up game kind of a deal, right? A team that didn't make the playoffs. Like if they had the Texans game one, I think we'd all feel a little bit better, right? Or the Colts or someone like that where you feel a little bit better. But they start with the Miami Dolphins, and they basically start at home against Tua. And that was the game last year in December that I know Josh and I were excited to go see Tua and Justin Herbert, two quarterbacks drafted back to back. How do you feel about the Dolphins as the first matchup?
I love the Chargers-Dolphins matchup because obviously Tua and Justin Herbert were the conversation going into the draft. Which one of the Chargers going to take, Justin Herbert or Tua? Right now, we feel really good about our quarterback and Justin Herbert. I love that Justin Herbert kind of has a rival outside the division in Tua. It does scare me that we're playing a team like the Dolphins that are very unpredictable, a team that you'd probably like to play later in the year when some of their smaller players like Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill might get hurt. Not saying that they will or want them to, but it's a better chance when small guys get hurt later in the year. They're fast. We know that. J.C. Jackson should be back. I want to see J.C. Jackson get tested in the first game. This is a good test for the Chargers too because, like you said, it's a playoff team, a good team, a team with a very good roster like the Chargers, so it'll be a true test.
I think it's the best time to play Vic Fangio when he doesn't have a lot of film on you with the new OC. Doesn't have a lot of things to prep for. I think that's something that really goes for the Chargers' way in this week one matchup against the Dolphins. Less time for Vic to scheme up a hell of a game plan to kind of shut you down a little bit. I like that. Do Dolphins play Tua in the preseason? I'm gonna guess no. You're just not even gonna risk it at all.
I would say no. Oh man,
yeah, I would say
they get crucified by NFL fans.
Crucified. So you're gonna get 2 out of 100%, 110% week one, which is obviously a tough one. Jalen Ramsey's first game as a Dolphins going to be a tough one. Jalen Ramsey returned home quickly with a different team is kind of a tough situation as well. That being said, I do like that matchup. I'm not a big fan of the warm-up games week 1. Like, I'm just not that big of a fan. Like,
Would
it's
you
week
rather face a team like the Eagles week 1? Would you rather face
Dude,
the Texans week 1?
I don't think it, like, in the NFL, I know I think in the NFL, since the talent is so much bigger and so much better, to me, it's like, dude, in the NFL, if you show up, you win. If you don't show up, you don't win. It doesn't matter who you play. And we've seen that before, right? We've seen these really weird games sometimes where, like, the underdog just comes in and win, and you're like, how did that happen? Urban Meyer gets a win, and you're like, how did that happen? And it's just because, well, in the NFL, if you don't show up ready to play, ready to win, you're just not going to win. So to me, the whole, like, warm-up game in the NFL, I don't believe in that. I don't think that matters. College football, let's talk about it. That could be something. But the NFL, I think it's bull crap. You have preseason. If you really want to warm your guys up, then week 1, if you're not ready to hit someone in the mouth, you're going to get hit in the mouth. And then week 2, you figure it out.
I tell you what, I'm a little bit different than you guys. I don't like the Dolphins in week 1. Like, if I could choose, I mean, yeah, the Chargers in better shape facing the Dolphins in Los Angeles, where basically the temperature's controlled a lot better than it would be if we were in Miami. You know how hot it is in Miami that week, the first week of the NFL season. It's a huge, shock to your body if you haven't been practicing in the humidity the entire time the way the Dolphins have. They luck out that the game is in Los Angeles. I don't like the fact that it's the Dolphins, because I do think the Dolphins have a really good coaching staff. The head coach is a genius offensive coordinator. The defensive coach is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. And the fact, as they always say, you worry about the next team on your schedule. That's 4 months to prepare for the Chargers if you're the Dolphins. That's a really good team. And yeah, it makes me a little bit nervous. Now, I'm not saying the Chargers don't show up. I'm just saying if I had my choice, I'd rather face a team that was the Texans or the Colts or the Chicago Bears.
Oh, we'll get into that later, pal.
So, I thought I threw it right by you.
Never can get that by him. So are you guys a little bit surprised that the Chargers have 6 primetime games, or is that something that you expect from this team?
Go ahead, Mario.
Something I expect, honestly. You're a team in a big city and arguably one of the best divisions of football with a quarterback that you need more popularity from, a quarterback that is a top 3 quarterback in your league that is, if you notice, starting to beat a little bit more commercials. And he needs to build up his brand a little bit more, even though he's a guy that kind of likes to stay away from the media. It is a team that the NFL would make a lot of money from if people bought into it. If a lot of Charger fans kind of evolved, if a lot of people bought into this team, that's a lot more money that the NFL could bring in. If suddenly LA becomes a Chargers city, that's a lot of money that can be brought in. Look, the Rams are done. The Rams are really on the downfall. And you sent 2 teams in one of the biggest markets in sports to make a lot of money. Well, how do you expect them to make a lot of money if they have a talented team, you don't put them in the primetime slots? Well, they're going to. And these primetime slots, make no mistake, these are against big market teams. Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys always bring in a crowd. Chicago Bears. Chicago Bear fans can be stabbed in Chicago, and they would walk all the way to LA to make that game. Diehard fans. Same thing with New York Jets. Big market. Aaron Rodgers. Then you have Ravens, again, Lamar Jackson. That's a name that gets a draw. Josh Allen, the Bills, diehard fan base, big name, brings it in. These are games, these are matchups where it's going to bring in a big crowd, and it's a good chance for Chargers to build their brand, build a fan base, everything the NFL needs to get a little payoff from moving 2 teams to Los Angeles.
All right, so just so people understand what we're talking about with the primetime games, okay? We'll let you know in case you haven't looked at it and you're hearing it for the first time with us. Week 6, the Chargers take on the Cowboys, primetime game. If I'm not mistaken, that's a home game for the Chargers. Week 8, they host the Bears, primetime game. Week 9, at the Jets, primetime game. Week 12, they host the Ravens, primetime game. And at the Raiders, week 15, primetime game. And then the Bills, again, a playoff team at home again. So a lot of those Charger home games are the primetime games, which obviously kind of goes back to what you just said, Mario, about the NFL trying to open the LA market. And it's one of those deals, we've seen it for years, whether you can see the blimp or not from SoFi Stadium, which you can't, by the way. That was because of the roof. But at the same time, what you're getting is you're getting a chance, if you're the city of Los Angeles, to show everybody who's freezing their ass off wherever they live to go, man, it's warm there. and we should plan a trip to Los Angeles. And if you're the city of LA, you're going, this is exactly what we want. We want you to see Santa Monica, and we want to show you the hills of Hollywood, and we want to show you how great Southern California is. You're marketing your city. It's one of the reasons Los Angeles wanted an NFL team there to say this is a destination place to go. Don't forget about LA. And the NFL is doing a great job as far as partnering up with the Chargers. In fairness to the Chargers, guys, the Chargers deserve this. They're one of the more exciting teams in the NFL. And so to say that, they're just putting the Chargers on because of the Chargers, not the case. I mean, we watch this team all the time, but if we weren't following the Chargers, I guarantee you we'd have conversations saying, I just want to be entertained. What team can I go watch? Chargers are always entertaining, and they got big time players that are fun to watch. So I think it's a team that the NFL understands what the Chargers are, and it's really a fun team to market.
I think in terms of primetime games, the Chargers got the good end of the stick. I like their chances against almost all these teams. The Bills is going to be the hardest one. That's a home game. And then you got at the Jets. We don't know what the Jets are going to be at that point in the season. Maybe they're good, maybe they're terrible. But I really like our chances against the Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys are a very good team. I think the Bears are one of the worst teams in the NFL. We can all agree on that, right, Mario? Then we got the Ravens. Ravens is going to be tough. Ravens going to be tough, but like I said, we have good home games with the primetime games. And then at the Raiders, I love Chargers-Raiders primetime games. And Dave, I don't know if you said this, but the Chargers getting primetime games in the second half of the season when it's cold in other places and warm in California. Okay, well, it's warm in California in the second half of the season compared to other places. I love that the Chargers got primetime games with good weather also. So, the Chargers, who knows what happens with these primetime games? I don't think they played great last year. Seems like they never play their full potential unless they're playing against the Colts. But this is a new team. I think that we should expect a lot from the Chargers. I expect the Chargers to have double-digit wins this season. And with this schedule, I'm definitely seeing double-digit wins. The Chiefs twice a year sucks, but the fact that we get them in Week 18, I like that too.
Yeah.
I'm happy you mentioned that. I think that's the biggest victory from this schedule is that we get Chiefs in Week 18. Week 18, there's a high chance. I would say close to 90% chance the Chiefs have locked up a playoff spot, have locked up a seed, and they don't really need to play. There's just no reason for them to play Mahomes, Kelsey, Chris Jones. There's just no reason to. There's also an extremely high chance that in Week 18, in this very competitive AFC, that Chargers are going to need to win that game for a wild card spot, to get better seeding, to get a better matchup. They're going to need that maybe for home field in the first round. They're going to need that. So in reality, you can look at this in a way going, okay, Week 18, we're playing against their subs. We really have one matchup where we really got to dominate the Chiefs, where we got to give it our all, and hopefully we can take one from them. We really have that once. So if you get that, early, and I believe when do we play them before that? I'm looking right now, trying to find Chiefs.
Chargers play the Chiefs on October 22nd.
Okay, October 22nd. So you get them Week 7. I can't see it, so I couldn't find it. Play them in Week 7, and you're able to take that from them or just even force a really good game. That's great because, in Week 18, we're getting their subs. We're not getting them 110%. That's a win, man. That is a win every single day of the week. That's a great job on us. Great execution, good bounce. The ball bounces our way. Love that for Bolt City.
All right. So here's a couple things. The coldest day for the Chargers, because you always, for me at least, you always look at, the warm weather, cold weather thing. How does it affect your quarterback, right? The coldest day that the Chargers will face will be in Denver on New Year's Eve. And that's Week 17 against the Broncos. Now, Denver's interesting because whenever you see the Chargers that go to Denver, and you see teams that go to Denver in the snow and they have issues with the snow, Denver, from what I know, isn't known as a place that's like, freezing cold. It's not 0 degrees, 8 degrees. It's not one of those. Yeah, there's snow, and obviously people are wearing jackets, but it's not one of those where the temperature becomes a major factor. But otherwise, the Chargers really do luck out. I mean, as you said, Josh, having the Bills at home is big. And the coldest game before that one would be the Patriots on December 3rd. But otherwise, that's about it. And
my birthday.
Well, that's what I heard. I heard they're going to play Patriots for your birthday. But honestly, I don't know temperature-wise what I'm looking at in December for the New England area. But it's not going to be, again, 8 degrees. It's not supposed to be. So I think they really lucked out. Now, Mario, you're used to that area of the country. I got to ask you, November 19th at Green Bay, freezing, not freezing, snow. What can you expect in Green Bay?
November 19th, your hands are going to be in your pants between plays to keep your hands warm.
Okay.
Warmest place
All
in
right.
your body.
That's what my mom used to tell me. So anyway, I think the schedule really does benefit them. Also, the part of the schedule that I find fascinating, guys, and tell me if I'm wrong, and Josh, I'm direct this at you since you played the position, are the quarterbacks. The Chargers seem to face every tough quarterback at home this year, right?
Ooh.
All the other quarterbacks they face are on the road.
Well,
You know?
I mean, they played Patrick Mahomes twice, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Well, they play
tell me
Aaron
if I'm wrong on this.
Rodgers. I mean, they play
They
Aaron
do, in New
Rodgers
York.
at New York.
But-
yeah.
But we ripped the hell out of Aaron Rodgers. Was he a top 5 quarterback when we broke down top 5?
No.
You know,
Dude,
Okay,
it's a great,
so,
great point by you to notice that. It's good job by you. That's why
Okay.
you get paid the big bucks.
so that's fine.
Add
So
money.
Mario, Josh, I'm asking you both right here, real quick. Miami Dolphins at home. Again, we're happy that game is in Los Angeles. They don't have to deal with the humidity. Tennessee Titans, terrible quarterback situation on the road. You'll take it. Kirk Cousins on the road. You'll take it, right? Garoppolo, you gotta switch. Dak Prescott at home. Mahomes, you gotta flip. Justin Fields, Mario, you gonna come visit us in Los Angeles?
Oh, yeah. I'm coming in with tatted.
Are you?
Yeah.
Dude,
With a
that'd be
jersey
great.
for you.
If you, I'm not wearing that crap. Look, October 29th. Are you making the trip to LA? Let's go.
Yeah,
You and me.
I would be down. I'll commit right now. I'll commit right now to it.
Okay.
You're gonna have to hold me to that.
I will. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Let's make a deal right here. All right. On
Okay.
there. You go to the game. All right. Now I know you're obviously a Charger fan. We see the pictures behind you every day, and I know you probably give trash to the Bears. You just get on me because I rip the Bears all the time. Are you rooting for the Chargers or rooting for the Bears that day?
I'm getting a Fields jersey, and it's gonna be under the Chargers sweatshirt. So anytime Fields scores, I can lift up the sweatshirt and say "suck," you know what, and then we'll pull it back down.
All right.
do
So
it.
let's say a fight breaks out, Mario, and a
Okay.
bunch of Bears fans start to jump me. Are you helping me? Or are you going to watch? You're going to kick me a
Depend-
couple times with the Bears fans.
Depend what area of Chicago they are from.
I don't even know what that means.
I have a couple alliances and a couple places, a lot of friends. So
Yeah.
if it's like OPRF area, you might be in for a tough one. Or Hinsdale, got a lot of buddies up there, so that's But like anywhere else, if it's like Naperville, I got you. Lincolnshire,
I'm
I
telling
got
you.
you. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, if you got jumped by Charger fans wearing your Bears gear, I'll protect you. All right.
I'll bring it.
Okay.
ain't doing that.
I know. I'd say I'll jump in. I'm saying I got your back.
Yeah.
I expect you to have my back too, is what I'm saying. It better not be me against 5 because you're sitting there watching or have your phone out, taking pictures, sending them to Josh.
Well, I'd rather have
know?
Josh. I'd rather have Josh, if I'm gonna be honest with you, to have my back. A little younger, longer, has the distance, quick hands. Look at that. You don't have that, Dave.
No, I don't.
No, he does.
don't.
Yeah, no, he Dave could kick my ass. I'm 100% positive, to be honest. Yeah. I've never fought in my life. Dave's fought all the time. Dave used to fight all the time. Dave ripped the
Yeah, I
guy's
used
ear
to be
off.
a fighter.
Yeah, Dave did rip a guy's ear off.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Anyway, I just want to make sure we're family. We always say on the show we're family, so I want to make sure you got my back. We go to that game
Yeah.
together. All right.
I
I'm
can be
just
fought
curious
though.
to know.
So yeah. All right.
All right. Great.
Another
Great.
thing I noticed, how many networks do you think the Chargers play on this year? How many different networks? Take a guess.
I'm trying to think how many are available.
And do you
Obviously.
have any preconceived feeling about a network before the game? Are you happy when your team plays on a certain channel?
They got Peacock on one, right? I saw that.
Correct.
So it's Peacock, Amazon, ESPN, CBS, Fox. 5.
NBC. Do you see NBC?
NBC.
Do you
Got
count in Peacock?
NBC.
Yeah.
So it's
The
6.
Amazon
The Chargers
one
don't.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Chargers don't have a
That's
game on
amazing,
NFL
man.
Network. I absolutely hate games on NFL Network. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. I hate when my team plays
Yeah.
on NFL Network. I think it's just the lamest thing of all time. NBC. I love NBC football. Obviously, Sunday Night Football is the two great teams always, but I think NBC football from a broadcast standpoint, they always do the best job.
They do.
Can't say the same about CBS or Fox. Fox is okay to me. The announcers always get on my nerves on Fox. It feels like CBS feels a little bit lazy to me, but NBC to me is the pinnacle. I love when my team plays on NBC.
Josh, do you like Tony Romo?
I do like Tony Romo. I know you probably
Same.
don't.
I like him. No, I like him.
Oh,
on
you
the
do?
call. I like
okay.
him. Yeah,
I was
like
gonna
him.
feel that
Yeah.
you thought he was like a smart ass, so you didn't like that he calls the plays. out.
No, I like it. I love
Okay,
it.
cool, yeah.
I don't know, Jim. That gets me going.
Who do you, who are you not a fan of? Who's somebody that you can't stand when they do the game?
Oh wow, that's a good question. Greg Olson. Greg
Really?
Olson.
Really, most people
Yeah.
like
Fox
Greg
loves
Olson.
Greg Olson. Yeah,
Yeah,
Fox
but
loves him.
I like personality. Like, give me something. He's too like my wall. You know, it's good that he's there. It does the job, but like, let's show a little personality. Like, I like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
I like personality.
Yeah, I'm a Romo fan too. It's funny. I didn't think all three of us would agree on that. It's
Yeah.
interesting when Romo first started and he was telling you plays that were going to happen before they happened. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was great to see what a quarterback sees. But then the rumors came out last year that he was lazy and that he was spending too much time playing golf and he wasn't preparing and all this stuff. And this is, again, just rumors. I don't know if that's true or not, that he wasn't as good last year as he had been in the beginning. Who knows? I always thought Romo was one of those guys that could have kept playing football if he wanted to. You know, obviously it's hard to leave the Dallas Cowboys, kind of like Jeter leaving the Yankees. You're part of an iconic franchise, but it seemed like Romo still had something left in the tank, but the money turned out to be insane. You know, and remember, Tom Brady's not broadcasting this year. He's taking this year off, and then he's jumping in the booth. Curious to see how that goes. Tom Brady has a pretty good personality and all that, but we've seen guys who have been great players that haven't been any good at this job. And you know, you guys are too young.
Jason
But I know
Witten.
there are people.
Jason
Yeah.
Witten is
sucked.
the worst
Blue.
I've ever heard in my life. Ever.
If I'll give an example, I'll tell you it was terrible. Joe Montana was terrible. It was
Was he?
terrible. And again, this is before you guys were born. But my point is, he was the Tom Brady before Tom Brady. Can you imagine? I mean, what are they giving Tom Brady $300 million? Can you imagine if he sucks? I mean, that's kind of weird. It's an uncomfortable situation because everyone
think
knows
he'll
you're
be
making
good?
a ton of dough. I think Tom will be good. I've turned
Yeah.
into a huge Tom Brady fan the last. You don't think so, Mario? I'll tell you
I
why.
think he'd be
This
ass.
sounds ridiculous. On why I like Tom Brady is, number one, he was able to call a shot, leave New England, and win a championship for another team. But whenever Tom Brady's interviewed outside of something that's structured like we're doing now, man, there are a ton of F-bombs. Tom Brady has zero care about his image or whatever. Man, he loves the F word, and I love the F word. So I'm like, I'm in Tom Brady's camp. Think it's kind of crazy. Does not care.
I would rather have Tom Brady do it with like a Peyton Manning, like Peyton Manning does with Eli. I love when two players talk to each other. I can't stand the number twos a lot of times. Like Mike Tirico gets on my nerves because he always points out the most obvious things. It's like, I'm looking at what you're looking at. You call out the most obvious stuff all the time. Chris Collinsworth, I don't mind him. Most people hate him. I think he's okay. I feel like Mario probably doesn't like him either. Do you like him?
Now here's a guy that gets me. Like, I like that. Like, that's funny to me. Like, I like if you have a saying and you kind of stay with it and you go with it. Like, I like that. I like that a lot. It's the guys that are like the guys that are like two Syracuse media school, or like we just came from the media NFL program and they're I'm like, dude, break out of this shit. Like, Troy Aikman gets on my nerves a little bit. I'm like, dude, don't be afraid to be a little personal, like have a little personality.
He's you know, I don't know. I love it. I love the personality. I love the game, and anyone who can point something out that I didn't know, man, I'm a fan of. I know it's not easy to do, especially when all of us sitting on our couches think, you know, we're experts, of course, on the way things work. Going back real quick, Chargers, the winning percentage against the teams that they're facing this year, guys, is over 500. So it's not the toughest schedule in the league. As a matter of fact, it's ranked as the 12th toughest schedule in the league based on last year's records. It's fair. I mean, for where the Chargers are at. Again, if you're a season ticket holder, you're thinking of getting season tickets for the Chargers. Obviously, we aren't paid by the Chargers. This is a good year to get season seats. There's some pretty good teams coming to town to say I'd be entertained. The road schedule, if you had to pick season tickets for the road, you'd go, not a good year as far as teams you want to see. But the Chargers have a lot of good teams coming to town to SoFi Stadium this year. And, you know, I don't know how many people decide how they're going to do it. Usually once you become a season ticket holder, you stay a season ticket holder, but there's some exciting teams coming to SoFi Stadium this fall.
What jumps out to you? I mean, what your first thought when you look at this schedule? What jumps off to you? I think Mario said it earlier. The week 5 bye sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
the week 5 bye. It's the first thing that jumps off to me. The other thing that jumps out to me is they play a pretty high profile quarterback every single game, except for the Patriots and the Packers.
What about
Packers don't have
Tennessee?
Aaron Rodgers.
Tennessee.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I was wrong. But most of the games, you're playing a quarterback that's a veteran, a well-known quarterback. Justin Fields, I guess, wouldn't count, but you're playing Russell Wilson, you're playing Josh Allen, Jimmy Garoppolo, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins. I mean, these are all quarterbacks that have been in the league for a long time.
Okay, so real quick, you bring up the quarterback names. Do you remember our top 5 list of top 5 quarterbacks? Do you guys remember? I mean, we all had Mahomes. We had Joe Burrow too, right? Do you remember your 3, 4, and 5? Where would you put them? I mean, the reason I say that is, look, they have to face obviously Mahomes twice. They have to face Josh Allen. Josh Allen in your top 5? He's a top 5 quarterback, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson, top 5?
No.
Aaron Rodgers, top 5?
No.
See, so it's not too bad. If you go by just the quarterback situation and you're saying, okay, we're picking matchups on quarterback against quarterback, you have to like the Chargers' chances in the majority of these games then. I mean, you have to feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You do, right? And so that's always the first thing you think about is quarterback and then, of course, talent of the rest of the team. But which quarterback is better? Which head coach is better? Which team is better? But it all starts with the quarterback position. The fact that they only have 3 matchups out of 17 that you might question to say maybe the other team's quarterback is better than our quarterback. That's a good sign.
Yeah,
I agree with that because I heard the saying once: if you don't have a quarterback, nothing else matters.
It's true.
Like you have great defense, doesn't matter. And there's plenty of examples to that throughout NFL history that proves that. I think the second thing, and you hinted at it. Well, I'll start with the bye because there's something I want to say after that. The week 5 bye is miserable for a team that tends to get injured pretty quick. And that has a terrible history of that. Coming out of that and going Cowboys, Kansas City, Chicago, Jets, Lions, Packers. That's very, very tough. The Cowboys, that's going to be a hard game. I have no faith in Mike McCarthy, but that's a hard game. Talented team. Kansas City, obviously very talented. I will say the Bears won't be good, but they're going to be feisty. So that's just they're going to be annoying. They're going to be the annoying little brother. That's what they're going to be during that one. Like, they're just going to be so annoying. We're like, God, why are you still in this game? That's just what that's going to be. Jets going to be a hard game. Lions going to be a hard game. So that just coming out of that week 5 bye, that's a lot. That's a lot coming at you quick. So that's something I don't like. Dave, you mentioned the coaches as behind the QBs. Counting the teams we played twice, there's 7 games this year in which the Chargers will face a coach with a Super Bowl championship trophy in their bio.
Yeah.
Which is a tough one.
Yeah.
And off your bye week, you face 2. It's a tough one.
Mike McCarthy doesn't count.
Yeah.
Are you talking you taking Sean Payton twice?
Yeah, I counted Sean Payton and Reed twice. So then you have Bill, McCarthy, Harbaugh.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not giving McDaniels trophies for being an assistant. You ain't getting that.
you aren't giving McCarthy one, Josh? You won with the Packers.
I just think he's I could have won with the Packers. He only won 1 with the Packers. I think the Packers should have won more than 1. Yeah. I think Mike McCarthy has screwed things up more than he's done things right. But I'm not going to say he doesn't deserve a Super Bowl. I mean, he was the coach.
Tell him more revenge game.
Yeah. Oh, nice call. That's true. I always look at what the division we match up with. So it's obviously the NFC North and the AFC East. NFC North to me isn't very good, and then the AFC East is pretty damn good. So it's like you went 1-1 there. AFC East is right there, this top division in the NFL, and then the NFC North is a middle division.
What do you think, Mario? Like if I had my choice on the NFC North, I wish they faced the Vikings at home and the Bears on the road.
Oh, I disagree. You want to go into Soldier? on week
There are a
8.
lot of guys who've gone into Soldier and walked right out of Soldier with big smiles on their face.
And you're complaining about facing Green Bay on week 11.
I'd rather face Minnesota at SoFi than Minnesota on the road.
You would rather
For sure.
Minnesota is better than the Bears, right?
Yeah, but Minnesota is not as bad of an environment. You're indoor stadium. You're an indoor still, dude. Soldier outside in that crappy field where they give the Bears players a little bit special, more cleats, and you're prancing around in your new $1 billion stadium. That's gonna be a big difference coming your way. And a team that's just gonna run the damn ball the whole time. That's gonna be a tough one. I would not want to go to Soldier. I'd rather go to Minnesota. And hear him say stuff in dumb ways.
All right. I hope you come out for this game, Mario. 2 things I want. I hope Mario comes to Los Angeles to watch the Chargers beat the Bears on Sunday Night Football, and I hope Josh goes to week 2, sees the Titans take on the Chargers week 2 of the season.
I'm down
Calling
for
you out,
both
Josh.
of those.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, Mario, you
Yeah,
should go
we'll
down to
see.
Nashville. Go see that game. Yeah,
Hey,
represent
I'm
us.
down for it.
Yeah, you guys represent us.
Let's just make sure these are tax write-offs because right now we're cashing big checks.
All right, I'm dying to go through these games, guys, and see what we predict the Chargers' record's going to be. I know it's only May 11th as we record this thing, but I'm curious to know how much we change before the season starts. Are you guys down for this?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Mario, you writing it down?
Yeah, the way too early prediction.
Predictions. Yeah, way too early to make predictions.
Yeah.
People want to know. Everyone else is doing it. Look, if you're a fan of your football team, whether it's the Chargers or not, you're looking at the schedule right now. Win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. In Mario's case, tie. Guy bets ties. But you know what I mean.
And OTs in their hint, baby.
All right. When are we ready to go?
All right. Week 1, Dolphins. Josh, Dave, and then I'll go.
W. I like the Chargers' first game at home against the Dolphins. I think the Chargers are a team that nobody wants to face, really. So I'm going to take the Chargers 1-0.
I can almost say the same thing. The Dolphins are a team that nobody wants to face. A lot of weapons, a new defensive coordinator. I'm going to Josh. It's first game of the season. It's at home in Los Angeles. If this game was in Miami, I would go Dolphins, but I'm going Chargers. This one is tough. I wouldn't bet this game. Mario,
yeah.
but I wouldn't bet this game.
Yo, yeah, I'm gonna slab on this game. Yeah, it's week 1. Dub. Chargers. Next one, Titans at Titans. Josh, I think we're all gonna be the same on this one as well.
Yeah, I think the Titans are a bottom 5 team in the NFL. I think they're going to be absolutely horrible this year. The roster is even worse than it was last year. The only thing that scares you is going to be Derrick Henry. How many times is he going to run the ball in week 2 of the season? With that being said, Chargers 2-0.
Yeah, I think I agree with Josh. I think the Titans have a terrible roster. I think they're in a rebuilding process with the new general manager. I'm sure they were shopping Derrick Henry, weren't able to get what they wanted back in return for him. Unless they held on to him because they still need to sell season tickets and they passed the whole stadium bill there. One thing about the Titans, we said this before, they're one of the more physical teams in the NFL, a team you usually don't want to face at the end of the season. I think the Chargers lucked out getting them week 2. This is probably the game, guys, I'm going to predict where Joey Bosa goes down and misses about 8 weeks. It's going to happen in this game. And but that being said, I think the Chargers still pull out a win against Tennessee. Comfortable with this one.
I wonder if he'll ever come on the show. Titans, without a doubt. If you have 2 QBs, you have none. By the way, Denver Nuggets just scored 81 points in 1/2. We're up 30 on the Sun. So see us, Suns. Been fun. Raiders, week 4.
I like people are going to listen to the show in 4 days.
Or
What
Vikings,
did you just say?
my bad. Vikings. Not
No,
Raiders.
no. 4 days ago, like the Suns game was a long time ago. What the hell is he talking about?
So this is where I'm going to put in. This is where the Chargers screw up because the Chargers very rarely ever start out like 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. It's just the Chargers. The Chargers are always going to break your heart somewhere multiple times during the season. And this is going to be one of those games where the Chargers are going to lose to the Vikings because it's in Minnesota. And it's not because they have a better team or a better quarterback. It's because it's the Chargers. So I'm going to go Chargers 2-1.
I'm with Josh on this. I think Chargers go 2-1. I hate saying whenever I think they're going to lose, but Minnesota's tough. Again, I said, Mario, I meant it. I wish this game was in Los Angeles. I think Minnesota is one of the better teams in the NFL, and I think the Chargers lose this game on the road.
I have win Eric Kendricks revenge game. As much as Chargers do
He's not
charge
even
it.
gonna hold the ball.
What?
He won't even have the ball.
Hey,
Oh,
might as
yeah,
well say
because
Eric Smith revenge game, dude. He's not touching the ball.
Dude, I'm sorry. Do linebackers not affect the game?
I'm joking with you. I'm joking.
Go ahead.
Yeah. You think they're going to win? Why? Tell me why they're
didn't
going
do
to beat
my
the
reaction.
Vikings. I hope you're right. Why are they going to win?
I've seen the Vikings tail too often. I just seen it, and I think in that matchup, it's going to be a tough one down the stretch. I think it's going to be a tight, close one. I think Justin Jefferson's going to hang on us like 2 touchdowns and 180 yards receiving. But I think it's also going to come down to the wire. And coming down to the wire, I don't trust Cousins. I trust Herbert. So that's why I'm going to take that one.
10 o'clock and at 2 back-to-back weeks, 10 o'clock in the morning games. Chargers don't always do great in those 10 o'clock in the morning games either.
Fair point.
Man.
Fair point.
All right, week 4, Mario. Here we go. We got the Las Vegas Raiders. The game is back at SoFi after 2 games on the road. The Chargers return home. It's a 1:05 kickoff start for the Chargers in LA. Raiders, you said it last week, Mario. The Chargers need to start sweeping the Raiders and sweeping the Broncos and splitting with the Chiefs when it comes to playing real football. If you want to have a chance of winning the Super Bowl, here's your chance right here with the Raiders. Mario, I'm going to let you start on this one.
Win. I think it's one
Okay.
easy. I have no faith in the Raiders. Jimmy G is going to be butthole, and everyone's going to realize that he's not very good.
I agree with Mario. I think the Chargers win. It's going to be Jimmy G's 4th game with the Raiders. I think Jimmy G's one of those guys that needs more time than that to put up points, and he doesn't put up a lot of points to begin with. So I go Chargers 3-1.
I'm with you. I'm with Josh. We're 3-1. Mario, you have them 4-0.
Yeah,
Moved
this
on.
is going to backfire hard, but it's going to May 11th. I'm going to stick to it.
Oh my gosh. All right, week 5, there's a bye. Mario already complained about it, and we all agree with
Mhm.
Mario. He's right. Bye week too early in week 5. But week 6, here's the interesting thing. The Chargers play on October 1st against the Raiders, do not play again until Monday, October 16th. It's a long couple weeks off right there. But it's the game we talked about. Kellen Moore getting a chance to show the Dallas Cowboys. You got rid of the wrong guy. You should have got rid of Big Mike instead. Big Mike and the boys coming to town. What do you think, Josh?
I think the Chargers win. Kellen Moore, this is going to be one of those games where you're going to be really thankful he's your OC because he's going to pick the Cowboys apart because he's been watching them for the last how many years. I think the Cowboys are the team that are always on TV because they're the Dallas Cowboys. But if they weren't the Dallas Cowboys, it'd be called the Cleveland Browns. They're just not that very good. I mean, they're not very good. I can't speak. The Cowboys aren't a good team. Dak Prescott is the most overrated quarterback in the league. Chargers win this game.
I'll go win as well. I'm having them start off real hot. It's May 11th. Everyone can kiss my ass. It's May 11th. They're hot.
You're coming off a bye week.
Everyone.
Coming off a bye week. It's a long week. I think Kellen Moore is going to know every which way to expose Diggs. Parsons is going to get chipped all the freaking time. I think we can get through that one. Unless Pollard's going to have 3 touchdowns for us to lose that.
I'm with it. I'm going to get Mario a t-shirt that says it's May 11th. Everybody kiss my ass. Like that's what you're supposed to do on May 11th. I don't even know what that means.
Please do.
All right, here we go. Dallas Cowboys. This is the game, Mario. I always say, man, if you're going to be a degenerate and you're going to bet, you got to bet the Chargers on this one. Kellen Moore has gone against the the Cowboys' first team defense every day in practice for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Kellen Moore is going to pick this team apart. He's looking past every other team up until week 6 for this one game. Don't tell me Kellen Moore didn't get the schedule and go, when are we facing Dallas? What time? I'm ready. I guarantee he's thinking about this game tonight, about him showing the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy, everyone else, they made a huge mistake letting him walk out that door. Chargers are going to win this game. They're going to win this game big. I love this game. I'm excited. Super excited about this one.
What about week 7?
Week 7, not so excited. All right, October 22nd. Okay, it's a 1:25 kickoff, Los Angeles time. Chargers on the road again. They're at the Kansas City Chiefs. You always sit there and you always go, it's the Chiefs. But these games are always close. They always seem like it could go either way.
But they don't.
But they always seem to go the
But
same
they
way.
don't.
You're right.
They
go
don't.
the same
It
way.
goes the same way every time.
All right.
Lost.
That being said, I'll go first. Yeah, it's a loss.
It's a loss.
Josh, you have lost too.
I'm not gonna elaborate.
Okay.
Drew
I guarantee
Tranquil
the day of
gets
2 days before the game, I
Drew
guarantee
Tranquill
you guys are
revenge
both
game.
picking the Chargers. The revenge game.
Dude, I'm telling you, Drew Tranquill is gonna get some freaking sack on like our drive to win the game. That's just gonna right in the heart, you know.
Yep. Oh my
He's gonna
gosh.
drop his sack on us. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
So we
big
all
sack.
we all have a loss here. So Mario, that's your first loss. You have the Chargers' first loss coming in Week 7 on October 22nd.
Mm-hmm. I
Like
said
the way you
by
think. Like the way you think.
yeah.
Week 8,
a lot
we got
of people.
October 29th. The Chargers are back at home. Chargers taking on the Chicago Bears. This game is on Josh's favorite network, NBC. It's Sunday Night Football. For some reason, the cameras just seem like they're a little bit more clear. But big game right there. Mario's coming to Los Angeles for the first time in his life, and the Chargers taking on the Bears. Go ahead, Mario. You make the pick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boop, 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 boop. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Fight their way through victory. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Dave's so freaking ugly. I actually think Chargers win this game, but for the sake of spiky
is
Dave,
that a real song?
yeah,
Just
look
make
it
that
up.
up.
No, bear
Look it
down.
up. It
Everyone,
obviously doesn't work. They're back 60 Super Bowls. They won one of them.
okay. May 11th, kiss my ass, dude. When they sing it, they like grab you and like you have to chug a beer. It's a good time. But I actually do think Chargers win this game.
Josh, what do you got?
I think the Chargers win this game, and when you look at it, you think blowout, but I don't think this is what happens. I think the game is actually going to be really close. Justin Fields, I think, takes a leap this year. He's going to go from like the 30th best quarterback to the 25th best quarterback this season. So I think the Chargers are going to actually have a close game, yeah, but they still win.
Okay. So Josh and I have the team right now at 5-2. Mario, you have them at 6-1, correct? Week 9,
Yep.
Monday Night Football, man. This would be a fun game to go to. It's Monday Night Football. The Chargers travel to New York to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. I'll go first in this one. I will take a loss for the Chargers. I think that's a long flight. I think obviously the Jets aren't on too many primetime Monday Night Football games in years. They aren't that team. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, they rise to the occasion. I think it's too long of a flight. I think the Chargers don't give their best effort. I'm thinking the Chargers take a loss here.
What do you think, Mario?
Loss, and predicting this now, I'm going to take the under in that game. I think that's
Really?
a Sauce Gardner game where he goes off. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I think it's going to be a big under game where Jets defense shows up. We do not show up.
What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, a loss. I don't like Aaron Rodgers at home on Monday Night Football, and nothing about that makes me happy. And the Chargers don't play well on Monday Night Football, I feel like. So I just don't think the Chargers win this game. Hopefully they do, obviously, but Aaron Rodgers that deep into the season, Monday Night Football at home, not good.
Yeah. Okay, so I have the team again at 5-3. Josh, you're 5-3. Mario, you have them at 6-2. Week 10, here we go. It's November 12th, and it's Jared Goff returning to SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles against the wrong team. Got to love the schedule makers right there. Who blew that? But the Lions taking on the Chargers, and guys, I think it's one of those where the Chargers get back on track and Chargers win this game against the Lions.
Take the over. There'll be a lot of points in this game. Chargers, I think,
Yeah.
win this game. It's going to be in the 40s for both teams. Yeah, I think the Chargers win. I think the Lions' defense is still the worst in the NFL this upcoming season. The Raiders and the Lions have terrible defenses, but Chargers win.
Chargers loses this game. Lions run all over us. I think they expose us in every single way on the ground. I think Gibbs has a career day. Montgomery's going to score a couple. I think it's going to be a real hard day for us to stop the run.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you say the Chargers lose back-to-back games, Mario, is what you just said. Jets and Lions.
Yeah, but the
All right.
Bears one's kind of a joke.
No, I back-to-back.
not-
Excuse me, Jets and Lions. You have back-to-back
Jets, yeah, I'm
losses.
sorry. Jets. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
trying to find gambling lines real quick on the NFL ones if I can find them. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm going back-to-back losses. 2-game losing streak for the Chargers.
Okay, week 11, maybe the game I'm most confident about for the Chargers the entire season. I know they have to get on a plane and travel, and it's a 10 o'clock in the morning game, and everything that I say I'm always nervous about. Look, the Green Bay Packers are hosting the Chargers. Jordan Love stinks. All right, he's terrible. The Packers know he stinks. Do you see the Packers have already come out and said, hey, give this guy time. Like they're preparing the fan base to let you know he needs time to become an NFL quarterback. He's been at every practice since he's been drafted. He's been in meeting rooms with Aaron Rodgers. It's not even the mental thing with Jordan Love, dude. Physically, this guy is no good. And I think the Packers are honestly one of the right there with the Titans, Josh, top 5 worst franchises in the NFL this year.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jordan Love sucks. It's week 11, 50% chance he's not the starter. But then you look at his backups. It's Sean Clifford and Danny Etling.
Oh,
Holy
man.
crap. So
Nervous.
it's bad, dude. The thing about the Packers, though, is they actually have a really good defense. So if you're the Chargers and you can score 20 points at Lambeau Field, I feel like you're going to win this game. I think Chargers win.
All right, I don't even need to ask Mario. Nobody hits the Packers and win the Mario.
Yeah, they can screw off. It's Chargers big dub. Ugliest uniforms in all of sports.
Here we go. Week 12. We're going November 26th against 5:20 start. This is an NBC game again. Chargers hosting Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. It's a good game.
So the thing about the Ravens, it's going to be a really good game. The thing about the Ravens, everybody knows, is they run the ball better than any team in the NFL, and the Chargers stop the run worse than any team in the NFL. Loss for that sole reason right there. Lamar Jackson and that running game, it's going to be really tough for the Chargers unless they get something going during the season that I don't see at this point at May 11th. I think the Chargers lose.
And they got the tight end. Chargers never seem to do a good job with elite tight ends as well.
I've gotten burned by the Ravens.
Me too.
Yeah, so many.
Out when a Ravens
times.
bet or a Michigan Wolverines bet.
No,
Me too.
yeah. I'm the devil when it comes to Ravens and betting. So I don't have any faith in this team at all. I just don't. The coordinator from Georgia going to come in. Didn't make sense to me. The receiving core, I think's fine. Them getting pumping it up like it's more than it's just fine. It's crazy to me. Lamar's great. I think Lamar's good, not great. Herbert wins this matchup. They slowly start getting back on track. Week 12 win against Baltimore Ravens. This
is great scheduling to me by the NFL. Maybe I'm wrong in this, but this is Thanksgiving, the end of Thanksgiving weekend, right? It's it's going to be the last Sunday in November. You're going to have a bunch of family members either leaving town or still hanging around because they're basically eat too much and travel plans or whatever else it is. But people get sick of each other, especially family, after 4 or 5 days. And now here you're on a Sunday night and you're watching the Ravens and Chargers. There's some fights going on in the living rooms that night. I'm going to bet, guys, that Lamar Jackson's not even healthy enough to play in this game. It's November 26th. What are the chances Lamar Jackson's even healthy in week 12? He breaks down all the time. I'm going Chargers. I'm going to surprise both you guys. I'm going Chargers in this game. How about that?
Nice. Good. I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right. Here we go. December 3rd, we're going week 13. I'm confident in this one. And it's the Chargers going 3,000 miles to face the New England Patriots at 10 o'clock in the morning on December 3rd.
So I feel the same way about this game as I do about them playing against the Packers. Terrible freaking offense. Decent defense. And you're going against Bill Belichick. I think if you score 20 points, just like the Packers, you should win. And I think the Chargers do that. W.
December 3rd is a great day. Bill Belichick feels like the coach that would own the Chargers. For that reason, I'm going Pats. I think we lose this game.
Wow. You're going Pats.
Yeah.
That surprises me you're doing that. This is J.C. Jackson's return game. I mean, he's going to look great on the sideline wearing the Charger warm-up pants as he's supporting his teammates. It's going to be fantastic. I think Chargers win this game, no problem. Chargers against Mac Jones in this week Patriots roster. I think this, for me, that's an easy one. Okay, we'll move on.
Hold on.
We're going.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking at the Patriots depth chart right now.
It's bad.
Bill Belichick is this assistant coach. It's bad. Bill Belichick is assistant coaches the last couple of years. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me read this to you guys real quick. OC Bill O'Brien. Alabama fans hate Bill O'Brien. Didn't do a good job. The DC is a co-DC thing they got going on. Steve Belichick and Gerard Mayo, former linebacker, are the DCs.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. You know the dad's calling the defense, right? The dad's doing everything.
He is, but it's like Gerard Mayo. I didn't even know he was into coaching.
Yeah.
You know, I just thought it was weird.
Yeah.
That's it.
He was a good player.
He was a good
Yeah.
player. Tennessee guy.
All right, here we go. Week 14. It's December 10th. Here we go. Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. Game's in Los Angeles. 125 kickoff. Go ahead, Josh.
Ass kicking.
Yes.
Broncos suck. I don't like the Broncos team at all. I think they're seriously. I think this is the biggest. This could be one of the biggest wins of the year. I'm talking about point differential wise, not the meaningful game, but point differential. I think the Chargers kick their ass.
We barely win. Yeah,
Really?
we barely win. Yeah. Dude, I am really skeptical of the Broncos. I have a bad feeling Payne's going to juju it up and turn it around.
Do you
I have a
think
really
Sean
bad
Payton
feeling.
puts this game on the schedule the same way that Kellen Moore's putting his game on the schedule with the Cowboys? Like Sean Payton wanted that Charger job?
Yeah. He's got
You
big
think
enough
he-
ego.
Of course he does. Look at him. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course he does. NFL coach, won a Super Bowl. Everybody wanted him, give draft picks for him. Of course. He has a lot to prove this year. Left the Saints, went back into football after just 1 year. Absolutely. I think the Chargers win this game. I'm not afraid of the Broncos. Maybe I'm crazy. A year ago, I was till I realized Russell Wilson's terrible. Now I'm not afraid of the Broncos. All right, here we go. Thursday night football. It happens all the time. Thursday night football, Raiders, they get on that 1 hour flight. They take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Game's in Las Vegas. Again, it's December 14th, 5:15 kickoff for the Chargers. You guys say it. They need to sweep the teams inside their division outside of Kansas City. Go ahead, Mario.
Loss. They need to sweep him, but I'm just gonna go off history. It's a loss. I'd love to sit here and tell you guys that like they're gonna win and that this is the season they turn around, but I don't know if it is. I think little day's rest because you said 14th, so that's what Thursday. It's come off a little rest off already a divisional opponent that's going back to back short rest. I think that's a loss.
What do you think, Dave?
I think it's a loss. I mean, I think it's a loss too. I think the Raiders win this game. I think they split with the Raiders.
Yeah, I hate to agree with you guys on this, but it's a loss. If history means anything, the Chargers lose this game.
Yep. All right, here we go. We're getting close to Christmas. It's December 23rd. It's week 16, and we're going a primetime game again. It's 5 o'clock kickoff. This game is on Peacock. It's the Chargers hosting Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I'll go first in this one. To me, this is a really tough game to pick. I think both teams are playoff teams. Both teams could face each other in about a month in the postseason. It's a coin flip game. Last time the Buffalo Bills were in SoFi, they killed the Rams week 1 of the season last year. I think the Bills take a step backwards. I might be crazy, but I don't think the Bills are the team people think they are. And I'm thinking the Chargers want to come back after that disappointing loss to a rival. Remember, the Chargers now have 11 days to prepare for this game where the Bills don't. And I'm going Chargers win this game.
I think the Bills are the most overrated team in the NFL. With that being said, it's going to be a coin flip for me as well. I think the Chargers win this game. The Bills get hurt at a rapid pace, just like the Chargers do. So who knows is playing at this game at the end of the season. I think the Chargers win, and I'm going to go forward. And for my next pick, I'm going to skip. You guys can do your thing, but I'm going to say the Chargers beat the Bills, and then they're going to drop the game to the Broncos in Denver the next week. So that's going to be my prediction.
I think at this point would be week 16, Bills division is hell. They're going to go in this. It's going to be a do or die game. For the way I have it right now, I'm trying to see is like Chargers would probably be pretty comfortable in a playoff spot. Bills would be clawing their way to it. I could see this one going as a loss. So I'll just, since you just rattled off a little bit, Josh, I'll do that's a loss. Broncos is a loss at Denver.
Okay.
Well,
Like I say,
so that's
Chargers.
three.
I go Chargers sweep the Broncos.
Mm.
Chargers win that one. Okay. Chargers sweep the Broncos, split with the Raiders, split with the Chiefs is what I have, because I have the Chiefs. Excuse me, not splitting the Chiefs. I have the Chiefs. God dang it, man. This is tough. I don't want to answer this one yet.
See?
One of you guys answered the last game of the year. Yeah.
Win.
I think the Chargers win because the Chiefs aren't going to be playing their players. We're going to go against whoever the backups are.
You
Unfortunately,
think the Chiefs are going to feel they've already wrapped up their division?
why would I not feel that way?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, do you not feel
I
that
say
way?
so. No, I don't think they've wrapped up the division. Okay. No, I don't.
Okay.
So I'm
I would be
going.
right.
I'm going.
History would
don't-
tell you
I-
different.
Well, yeah, I got it. But But that's why they're playing the game this year, because we don't know what's going to happen this time. I got it. Yeah, I know how this works. That's why there's a schedule we're looking at right now. We aren't just saying
Yeah.
this is what happened before, so we aren't playing this year. Come on, God dang it. Here we go. All right, so
All right,
let's
hold
go
on.
to the finals. Let's tally it up.
Hold on. Before we do this,
You hold
which
on.
game are you
Yeah.
walking away this season the most pissed off? Where you're like, what just happened? Like the Jaguars last year, you're like,
That's funny.
did we just lose
Dude,
by 28 points to the Jaguars?
Dude, I've been thinking about that the entire time. All right, for me, it would definitely be the Bears, especially when I'm walking out SoFi with Mario, and then I got to drive back
Yeah.
to San Diego to take him to the airport.
Ooh,
Tell Mario
yeah.
to get on a Greyhound bus. You check
And if
your
you
out,
think-
figure it out.
If you think I'd be sober on that whole trip, you got another thing coming.
That's a good. Hey, the Bears.
Oh
is
my
a good
gosh.
call though. That's a good.
Yeah,
like
that
I
would
can't
be the
believe
one-
that just happened. Yeah.
That would be the biggest I can't believe game for me. Honestly, if they lost to the Packers on the road, I understand it's Lambeau Field. What the hell? Dude, there are a lot of teams I hate. I hate to realize it, to tell you, I hate so many teams in this stupid league. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. God, man, I really want them to beat the Dallas Cowboys bad.
Yeah.
Patriots
That's a
would
really
be
a close game.
an ugly loss. Patriots would
It
be
is.
really gross.
But the home games are the ones that hurt the most, I think. For me, it does. I don't know why, because you're just expected to win at home. But I'm thinking if you lost to the Dallas Cowboys, there's so many Cowboy fans that show up to every game that it just sucks to have them in your face. And they haven't won anything since 95. Damn it, man. I don't know. God, that is a crazy question, Josh. But you're right. Which game is most likely to piss us off? Last year, the Jacksonville game 3 regular season game was frustrating, and then the playoff game was even worse. Yeah, damn it.
Would you guys like to guess the spread for week 1, Dolphins versus Chargers? Because I have it
-1
in the
Chargers.
over under.
That's exactly what I was
Ooh,
going to say. I
very
was going to say
close.
what Josh said. I was going to go. Oh, well, I was going to say -1.5.
-1.5. Is that
Yeah.
what it is? -1.5.
It's -2 Chargers. Over under is 49.
What do you think on the over under, Josh?
Over. It's gonna be a point fest. Dolphins and
even
Lions
with the
game.
new-
I think it's gonna be a Vic Fangio.
Yeah, with the
Who
new
cares?
defensive coordinator. Okay.
No film.
I love the no film
That's
thing.
funny.
You like
That's
that?
funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
just your new thing is just no film. He doesn't have like you
No
don't know what he
film.
has. Like he doesn't have film.
That's
Um,
funny.
So what is our final?
I already know what
records?
mine
we have?
is. I don't know you guys, but Mario was Mark. Will you keep a track of all of us?
Oh God, I thought you were keeping track of the records.
Shut up.
Yeah. No,
I literally
really
said,
was.
Mario, are you
I-
ready for this?
No, I have it out. Sorry, I should go this way. I have it out, but I need to count it up.
I
Give me a
think mine was
second,
11-6. I think 11-6 is what I have.
I have 12
wrong.
and 5, which sounds crazy. I'm 12 and 5,
It could happen.
And that's
Chargers
the-
have a good team.
and that's, dude. What's the over under in Vegas? Isn't it like 9.5 or 10 wins, Mario?
You're 12 and 5, Josh. What?
Josh and I are both
Okay.
12 and 5. What's the over under? I mean, what's the win total in Vegas for the Chargers this year? Is it nine and a
It
half
was
wins?
9.5. Yeah. Last
Yeah.
time,
So
I
Josh.
like
Josh
the
and I are
over-under.
telling it. Yeah, me too. Well, obviously we do. Josh and I are both saying take the over.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mario?
Shoot, I had 7.
You had
I
7
had
and what?
7. So I hit it too. I hit the over.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have
Yeah.
the over.
Yeah.
Kinda
We're
like it.
sharps.
Dude, I think it would have been bad if we didn't pick the over. I'm glad it came out. We all picked the over.
Yeah.
This is a goddamn Bolt City podcast. I mean, it'll be a long damn year. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
They already
again
think we're
in-
negative. Yeah, the fans
Yeah,
already
they already
Yeah,
think we're
yeah,
negative.
sure.
There you go.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Comments are gonna look a little bit different on YouTube this week. Damn right they will.
Give us your predictions. I
that?
want you guys to give us comment
Yeah.
in the video. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think the Chargers do this
Yeah.
year?
I am
Yeah.
curious to know. Everyone, please give us an idea where you're going with it. If we're crazy or not, and tell us what you think the final record's going to be. I also like if you can add this in there. What game would upset you the most if they lost? Like really just ruin your week. Not the fact you wake up on Monday and go WTF, but on Tuesday you're still saying WTF. You know what I'm saying? Like that game.
And
Yeah, I got my prediction. Yeah.
okay.
It's at Packers. All right, I'm already going to call it right now. It's going to be at the Packers. I'm going to freak out because that team sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's what I think.
That team sucks.
Also, if you're gonna comment, make sure you subscribe as you comment. Because if you're gonna comment and not subscribe, guess what, buddy? We're not freaking looking. So you have to subscribe, then comment on YouTube. Send me a screenshot at my Twitter at Mario 23 _ Heron. Heron spelled Heron. You, as soon as you subscribe and you comment, screenshot, send it to me. We'll read them aloud next pod. We'll go off together because both said we write together. But if you don't subscribe, guess what, buddy? No talking. So you gotta subscribe and comment. We love you guys.
I like that.
Thanks again for listening and watching the Bolt City podcast, courtesy of Odyssey. Of course, you listen on the Odyssey app. You watch the show on YouTube, but we appreciate it. Again, for Josh Pele, Mario Heron, I'm Dave Pele. We'll talk to you next time, everybody.